Okay, so inequalities are like this: greater than or less than. What if I have a line underneath? What does that mean? Greater or equal to. Good. Greater or equal to. So that's what that line underneath means. Okay, and then you have less than or equal to as well. So for example here, if I have a speed limit of 55, how can I write that with a variable and these signs? Yep. Good. Okay, so I'll just use S for speed. So less than or equal to 55. Because if you do 55, you're not speeding. Okay. What about this roller coaster you always want to go on as a kid? You have to be at least 102 centimeters to ride. Lexi? Height is greater than or equal to. Perfect. Okay. This milk, it needs to be stored below 4 Celsius. Phil? Um, T is less than 4. Yep, good. Yep. You don't have to put in units for algebraic expressions. And then this, you have to have really good eyesight, or you have to know what the question was originally. Oh, what did you read? 14, right, movie. 14A. Okay, so movie, 14A, how do I express that? Edward? Right, greater or equal to 14. Perfect. Okay, so nice little introduction here. Is each number a solution to the inequality? B is greater or equal to -4. So I'm going to draw a quick little number line here. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, -2, -4. Oh, sorry. Here, let me move this up. -6, -8. Okay. B is greater or equal to -4. So should I do an open circle or closed circle? It's 50-50. So because it's equal to, it's actually a closed circle because you're including that -4. Right? And if I were to read this, I'm going to read it from my variable. B is greater than. So greater than means I point it to the right. So anything right to that number, right of that number, is part of it. Okay. So now that I have my number line, this is nice and easy. -8. Is that part of it? Nope. -3.5. So just shout it out. Yes or no? Yes. Thank you. -4. Yes, because it's part of it. -4.5. No. And 0. Yes. Right. Example 3. See, I told you today is going to be a nice, easy lesson. So now you guys have to draw it. So A, I want to draw t is greater than -5. So when you draw your number line, I don't need a full number line like this. You can just do -5 with just that one number. It's fine. Okay. T is greater than. So what type of arrow am I drawing? Open circle or closed circle? Open. And pointing to the T is greater. So pointing to the left or pointing to the right? Right. You're right. Okay. So give me 4 example. 4 numbers that's greater than -5. Yep. I need 4. 2, 1, -1. Is -5? No, because it's an open circle. I'm not including -5. Good. Yeah, it doesn't have to be order. It could be, you can say a million if you want. All right. What about this one? -2. How would I read this? How do I read this in English? Joanna? Oh, sorry, not Joanna. No, sorry. Yeah. Right. You always read it off from the variable. So x is less than or equal to -2. So I should have open or close circle? Close, because it's equal to. And since it's less than, am I pointing to the left or right? Left. Yeah. All right. Here's a okay, and then give me numbers. 4 numbers. Simon. Uh huh. Uh huh. Very creative. Okay. And here's a little trick. If whenever you say less than, it means it's to the left. All right. Notice both starts with a L. All right. So whenever you read it and you say this less than, then you know that the arrow is pointing to the left. Okay. C. A is greater or equal to 0.5. So I have 0.5 here. Okay. Which way am I pointing? And open or close? Casey? Perfect. Okay, Casey, can you give me 4 numbers? Sure. Even more creative. Okay. And then the last one. This one is a little tricky. Okay. We actually saw this one in chapter 1. All right. But back then we didn't have to draw that number line. They gave us the number line. Okay, so P is less than -25/3. So if I were to use my calculator to cheat, that's -8.3333333333. Right? So in terms of a number line, what 2 integers is it between? Right? -8.333. What 2 integers is it between? Well, -8 and -9. -8 and -9. That's right. And how many sections are between -8 and -9? Right? It's -25/3. So how many sections should I draw in between? 3. Yeah. Okay. And so because this is -8.333, I know it is right here because this is -8 and 1/3, -8 and 2/3, and -9. Right? Since it's less than means to the left, and there we go. Okay. And because I want to be creative, I'm going to say -8 and 2/3, -9, -9 and 1/3, and -9 and 2/3. Okay. See how creative your teacher is? Okay. And that's it. Okay, so nice easy lesson on a Friday. So for homework, if you are behind, you have a couple of days to catch up. Otherwise, up to page 23 for this weekend. Okay, so work up to page 23. And then on Monday, we are going to do solving inequality equations. Right, so it's very similar. It's just that instead of an equal sign, we put in that inequality sign. Okay, so that's Monday's lesson.